Karen doesn't understand that some disabilities cannot be seen. I have multiple heart conditions that cause a multitude of different issues. Mainly, for this story my heart is too big. It isn't strong enough to pump as much blood per beat that it should. This causes my heart to back up with too much carbon dioxide, which causes symptoms similar to panic attacks in order to expel the excess. These episodes can be brought on by physical stress exertion or without cause at all. Usually after an episode, my heart will sometimes hurt like a dull stabbing sensation or feel like it's made of jello. This is dumbing it down, but that's the relevant gist. I was able to get a disability placard for my car, but I don't like using it as my heart issues aren't debilitating, and I feel that others, especially those with wheelchairs or issues with mobility in general, are more deserving, therefore I don't use it very often. One day, I went to a local small market that enjoys putting up a little greenhouse during the spring season and during the holidays to hold pumpkins and Christmas trees in their parking lot. During these times, parking space is somewhat limited, and people like to park right in front of the door and window of the store, even though 5 out of the 7 or so spots are handicap parking. I usually don't mind this, as I usually park away from the building anyway, but on this particular day, I desperately needed groceries and I was having a bad heart day. I had just had an episode maybe 2 or so hours before and it was getting late, so I used my placard to park in one of these handicap spots. To my dismay, I was accosted by a Karen saying that these spots are reserved for handicapped people. I replied calmly that I was, indeed, handicapped and pointed to the placard in my windshield on my dashboard. She then quizzed me about why I didn't have a van with a ramp or a cane or something that would shout, "I have a disability." Now I am socially awkward and replied to her that not all disabilities are on the outside. Thinking back and witnessing her reaction, she probably thought I was calling her mentally deficient in some way, which I did not mean in the slightest. She began waving her arms about and shouting and saying that I had no right to insult her, that I probably stole the placard from a grandparent, that she was going to get my car towed, and so on. I had half a mind to pretend to have some sort of episode right then and there, but my heart was still feeling a little floopy from earlier, so I thought better and just went inside to go about my business. I have no idea what she did after I about-faced, but I often am reminded of that incident when I specifically park in that front row in front of that store.